Welcome, everyone. I am Mônica do Coutto Monni, Executive Director of NNPCN, Chair of the Palliative Care Interdisciplinary Education Funding, NNPCN Subregion, and organizer of the PCIEF Winter Conference. I want to give sincere thanks for the words of support and encouragement from Anthony Rota, Speaker of the House of Commons and Member of Parliament, NNPCN-Temiskaming, Vic Fedeli, MPP NNPCN, Brian Titter, Chief Regional Officer, Ontario Health, Jenny Leblon, NNPCN Chair, Scott Taylor, NNPCN Vice Chair, Catherine Pettus, IAHPC Senior Advocacy Director. Our conference presenters, Dr. Christine Pan, MD, Palliative Care Physician at Health Sciences North. Dr. Alan D. Wolfelt, Director of the Center for Loss and Life Transition, Colorado, USA. And Dr. Brian Tramontini, President and CEO of Stratum. To my staff and placement students at NNPCN, to media representatives, thank you also for the massive support of the PCIEF member and non-member agencies across Ontario. We almost doubled the number of conference attendees this year. It's a pleasure and honor to have you with us today. This year, the conference theme is palliative care, sustaining quality amid change. How have we managed to sustain quality during these chaotic years of pandemic? Basically, it has to do with you, dear colleague. I have two fancy expressions from business management to help define what you were not during the pandemic: intangible asset and human capital. Intangible asset is an expression from accounting. It means an asset other than a financial asset that lacks physical substance, such as research and development. Human capital is an expression from human resources. It means the process of hiring the right people, managing workforces effectively, and optimizing productivity. They are both great value to your organization. None of these terms define or measure what really sustained the quality of palliative care during this pandemic. You are beyond intangible asset and human value. You are priceless, and your contribution is invaluable. Every time you risked your life at work, every time you touched your patient with compassion, the long hours you put in, the pressure of more incoming patients and less staff. You risked infecting your spouse and kids coming back home, and you could not hug them at the door because you had to disinfect first. You homeschooled your children. You smiled and gave advice to distressed colleagues, family, friends, and neighbors. You helped manage the family budget. You cried in the washroom of your facility after denying the last visit to the family of a dying patient. At the brink of physical and mental burnout, you showed up again at work the next day for 2 consecutive years. You sustained the quality of palliative care day by day. There are no words to thank you enough. I hope you have been thanked and loved back. But if you haven't, even not knowing you personally, please know that I love you and admire you. You make a world of difference, one patient at a time. Pardon me for concluding with a completely untechnical remark. I have a good feeling about this spring summer. Hang in there and keep doing your best. there is a real good chance that COVID will finally transition from pandemic to endemic in the upcoming months. This conference is a small way to thank you. I hope you enjoy our day together. Welcome to the 2022 PCIEF Winter Conference.